What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bucs Locker. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Feel free to donate to the channel if you want to donate to the channel. All donations are welcome, big or small. Keep supporting the channel. The channel is now at over 3,000 subscribers now. A goal has been reached for the season for Bucs Locker. This whole season is about reaching goals, and the Bucs Locker has reached one. The Bucs have a couple goals this season as well. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room. As I look to my right, chat room is starting to light up a little bit. Owen, Fred, I was born ready. Third, Matt, Sandoval 813. Shouts out to you. Steven Quintana, Young Deezy 2007, Young Deezy baby, George Rivera. I seen you before. John Haynes, Unreal Highlights, Carlos Mosley. What up, man? Who else we got? Frank, what's good with it? Malcolm, what up? Bucs Game 101. P. Nash, bada bing, bada boom, boom, boom. Shouts out to all the bandits across the social media platforms. Fred Manning, you stay in the chat. John Curry. What else we have here? Anyway, A-Rod, what up? Why is my color looking so crazy? I'm about to take a short break. Give me a second as I adjust the lighting because the lighting is going in and out. So let me adjust the lighting and I'll be right back. Give me a second. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second. Gotta get adjusted real quick. Give me a second. Gotta get the lighting corrected a little bit. Yes, indeed. All right. I'm back. I don't know what's up with the lighting, but I'll fix that in another video. But anyway, welcome. So, as I was saying, subscribe to the channel, like the channel. Let's get this started. So, what do we have here today? We are doing a little locker room talk. E. Carter, Jonathan Brutus, what up? Josh Woodard with a super chat already. I'm gonna get through my piece real quick, and I'm gonna start bringing y'all on in a second. Let me get through my piece real quick about the game and the recap. Once again, this is locker room talk. Josh Woodard, Victory Monday, my boy. That is correct. I'm gonna say my piece about the game. Great job, team victory. Capital TEAM. No one man is responsible for a victory. Don Breezy, what up? Exclusive Garvey, what up? No one man is responsible for a victory and a loss. That's how Bucs Locker roll. Okay, let's make that clear. I understand what the media is doing, but on Bucs Locker, if you understand football is a team sport. You can't point the finger at one guy for a win or a loss. That's not how it works. So, complete game. What up, you wish? Complete game for the Bucs. All phases was working pretty well. I know the running game's a little off, but the running game still showed up in certain moments that it had. It had to. Leonard Fournette had a good running game. Ronald Jones got to work on hands, but in all, like I told y'all, I give the Bucs an A, not an A plus. We're not complete yet. We're not at optimal levels. Nikki Deuce, what up? We're not at optimal levels yet. We're getting there. We're 1 more week away from being at all at the optimal levels that we need to be at. And I told you about week 8, this team will be hitting on all cylinders and right on schedule. We're 5-2. And guess what's next? Week 8. I'm not going to get into the review about the Giants yet, but I will in another video. But this video is to do kind of a semi recap, and I'm gonna pick a couple people. King, what up? I'm gonna pick a couple of people to come on and make their give their comments about the game this past Sunday against the Raiders. But the game it got a little tricky in the second and third quarter. Well, the second quarter it got a little tricky. The Raiders put up a fight. They did. They put up a fight, and they thought they had the Bucs, but they didn't have enough. They didn't have enough big guns. Okay, they didn't have enough big guns. They got Ruggs and Josh Jacobs. We shut him down. They had Darren Waller. We pretty much kind of controlled him, but they don't have enough. They don't have enough big guns. Nelson Aguilera is not going to cut it. You know, him and Ruggs can't do it by himself. Darren Waller is a top 10 tight end, top 5 tight end. Derek Hughes' car is definitely not enough to beat the Bucs. See, with Derek Carr, he'll be fine with a great defense. He's not good with a below average defense. He's not a Russell Wilson. Okay, he's not a Lamar Jackson or Deshaun Watson. He's not even a Drew Brees, a Tom Brady. You know, he's not those type of Patrick Mahomes. He's not a Justin Herbert. If Justin Herbert didn't have injuries on the Chargers would probably be 5-2 right now. If they didn't have so many injuries, the Chargers are a playoff team. But the point I'm trying to make with Derek Hughes' Carr is he's not that type of quarterback. He needs a top level defense to look good, to feel like he's doing something. I don't get caught up in Derek Hughes' Carr's numbers. You know, I know his completion percentage is like 70%, but look at his throws. You know, you get a used car, you get a used car, and you get a used car. You know how the story goes with him. He'll be out of there next year anyway. But the Bucs pretty much controlled the Raiders offensively and defensively. It was a well thought out game plan. It took a second for it to come into fold. It had a couple of bumpy roads in the first half of the defense, and a lot of catches, some penalties that showed up a little bit. The O-line pass blocked very well. The Raiders had no pass rush. They don't have a top tier pass rushing unit, so the Bucs O-line was able to control the Bucs O-line. Not turning what up. Stop playing. Stop. You're lying. The Bucs was able to control the Raiders D-line. I mean, you got to think about it, folks. The Raiders D-line does nothing. It's not good enough. That's not a playoff defense. I mean, what's the difference between the Raiders and the Seahawks? Can anybody tell me that? What is the difference between the Raiders and the Seahawks? What is the difference between the Raiders and the Seahawks? Similar teams, right? What is the big difference? And this is the reason why the Raiders can't get to the playoffs. And this is why the Bucs are able to get to the playoffs, period. You know, and we controlled the game 45-20. I had no doubts that the Bucs was going to lose the game against the Raiders. No, there was no question. There was no doubt in my mind that the Raiders is going to pull this out. Oh, let me guess. Because the Raiders beat the Saints and they beat the Chiefs, that means they can beat the Bucs. That's not how it works. The triangle theory does not work. Bingo. That's the difference. The triangle theory does not work in football or any sport, really, because that team beat this team. That means this team can beat that team. Okay, if that's the case, then the Bucs lost to the Saints. but the Raiders beat the Saints and the Chiefs, but the Bucs beat the Raiders, that means they can beat the Chiefs and the Saints. Did I get that right? Did I get that right? The triangle theory, right? You know, this because that happened. If that happened because that happened, then I mean this can happen. That's not how it works. The Raiders are a 7-9, 8-18, maybe a 9-17 at best. Granted, they was playing with their starting O-line was not fully functional. And it's so strange about the season has been so strange. And it's helped us as a team. Getting these wins against the Broncos, the Chargers, the Raiders, teams that we're supposed to beat. I understand that there's a lot of talk and a lot of hoop and rah, but these are the teams that we're supposed to beat, folks. I mean, it's great. Owen, what up, man? It's great to get wins against teams like the Raiders and then the Panthers, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Giants, and stuff like that. Those are great wins because it's confidence boosting wins. But how much stock can you put into those wins? Because the two teams that we played that had really good D-lines, we struggled. And I'm looking forward to that Week 9 game. And I really emphasize that. And I'm going to say this early. I think that Week 9 game is bigger than the Chiefs game. Remember, folks, you got to win your division first. The Saints game, Week 9, it's much bigger than the Chiefs game. Let me be the first Bucs channel or any platform to say that before any major Bucs media station. The Saints versus Bucs Week 9 is the biggest game of the season for the Bucs. Period. It's bigger than the Chiefs game. I'm telling y'all that right now. Period. I know the Chiefs is the Super Bowl defending champions, and they got Patrick Mahomes in the track team, and that's gonna be a shootout and all that. I get it. But the Bucs versus Saints game, prime time, 8:20, has huge ramifications. Beating the Raiders means a lot, but beating the Saints means more. Okay? Beating the Raiders 45-20, you're supposed to do that. I like the victory, but on to the next to get this next dub. And then after the Giants, after we sweep them out the way, we on to bigger and better things. The second half of the season, Chiefs, Saints, Rams, Falcons twice. The divisional games are always hard. So what up, William Rankins? What up? Will Mag. So if anybody, Kent Jackson, what up, man? Centerio Greer. If anybody thinks that the Chiefs game is bigger than the Saints, you're lying to yourself. We're in the locker room tonight. The Raiders victory, it was a W, a supposed to W. You're supposed to get that win. There was no way the Raiders roster does not match up. Now, a healthy Raiders O-line, all right, whatever. We still win that game. But still, you got to look at it on all phases of the game. What areas were the Raiders better than the Bucs? Their running game didn't do anything. Derek Carr's not better than, and didn't play better than Tom Brady. He played okay. He played well, but he folded in the second half. When pressure squeezed the pipes, he bust. Derek Carr couldn't handle it. Darren Waller, they're good there. We controlled the Raiders, period. Like I said, the Raiders are, I don't think they're a playoff team because of the defense and their quarterback. So we're beating non-playoff teams. Great. Congratulations. Now beat the teams that matter. We beat one already, Packers. We beat one already. There's only 3 playoff teams that's left on the schedule. Saints, Chiefs, Rams. The rest of the schedule is peanuts, sunflower seeds. The rest of the schedule is sunflower seeds, folks. It's like you're sitting in the game, we win in the game 30-something, 7. All right. Let's get to the Chiefs, Saints, and the Rams. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to understand we got to look at the bigger picture. These small wins that we're getting, every win counts, but the wins, the games that really matter, Saints, Packers, Saints again, Chiefs, Rams, and the Falcons games, those are the games that really matter. And no offense to the Panthers, but Panthers is another non-playoff team. We got to beat the non-playoff teams like the Raiders. Raiders is one of them. Raiders is one of many non-playoff teams on the schedule. Lions. So let's not get too caught up in the victories because and be gloating about beating teams that we're supposed to beat. I get it. It feels good to win. It feels good that the team is winning. But let's be mindful of the bigger picture here. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of get it out the way, and let me go ahead and get to these. Let me go ahead and post the link in the chat room. And let's get a couple people in. I'm only going to do a couple people tonight because we're in the locker room. So I want to hear a couple people give me your thoughts on the game on this past Sunday or yesterday. And kind of keep it short. And if you got headphones, plug your headphones up to your phone. Get off the Bluetooth and turn your volume down in your background when you come on live. Okay, turn your background down, turn your volume down when you can't watch me live and try to talk to me at the same time. You know, you got to turn the volume down. Something. Turn your speakers off. Plug your headphones in. Put them in your phone. Put the headphones in your ear and come on this live and come in the locker room and give Buckles Locker your thoughts. It's simple as that. There's no press around here. There's no cameras flashing. It's just the locker room talk. No cameras. So let me post this link in a second. All right. We're going to invite some people in. I'm only going to do a few people. Not going to do too many. So get in while you can. Let's get to it. There's the link. Who's going to be the first to come in? And remember, folks, keep your comments short. Let's not make this. Everybody can't get 30 minutes apiece. We all got things to do and got to work tomorrow and stuff like that. So give me about a minute or two of your thoughts. Get straight to the point. Let me know how you feel. Get straight to the point. No, there's no need to sit in here for 30 minutes and have a conversation with me. Let everybody get a chance to talk. All right, so who we got first? Travis Buckles. I think this is Travis. I think this is. All right, let's see what's going on here. What's going on, man? I can't hear you. I can't hear you, buddy. Turn your what's up with your volume?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
What up, partner?
What's going on, man? Welcome.
Man, Victory Monday, baby. You already know the deal.
Look, it's Victory Monday, man. We are in win now mode. And what's your thoughts on the game, man? I mean, like, you know how this works, man. You know how this works.
Hey, man, I posted a video up earlier today talking about it, man. And you said a lot of things that I already mentioned. Mm-hmm. And the secondary needs work. We shut down the run game. Like you said, the Raiders is a team we should beat. But like I said as well, the Saints game is a must win. That's a must win. The Chiefs is just a test. That's like a Super Bowl preview, if that.
Right.
But the Saints is a must win. We got to win our division as it is. It's a no-brainer, bro. It's a no-brainer. So I'm happy to see what the team has done. I'm happy to see the improvements. We're looking serious, my dude. We're looking serious. And everybody, you check in and I know you've seen us working together. We're going to make this a habit. We're going to make this a habit now because the lives have changed for me. And 3,000 subs, my man. How about that? Remember how far we come?
We was at 0. We was at 0.
Yeah, bro.
A couple years later, it could have been 4,000, but the freaking agents.
Don't worry. We'll get that. No problem, bro. We'll get that. No problem, bro.
Hack the channel for no reason. Hack the channel. You know, Travis, the thing about this season is it's a unique season. And we've been doing this for years, man. 4 years and running now. And we've seen over the years how the team has been constructed. Dort Cutter, Mike Smith, trash defense, Mark Lovey Smith. Like, these guys really didn't do nothing for the franchise. And we know the talks amongst the Bucs, Facebook groups. It's the focus is on former quarterback and stuff like that. But a lot of people don't go past him. You know what I'm saying? They focus on the former quarterback, the third string, but they don't look at the head coach, how bad the coaching was in the draft.
Of course not.
It's like they ignore the bigger flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to see this team now and how it's constructed, it's a 360. It's
Absolutely.
a 360 from Levy to Dork to
you can't forget Raheem.
For Raheem, Greg Schiano. Like, look at the coaches that we've had. Look at the structure. Look at the Mark Dominic. Like, look at the structure and look at this year's team. Not like from 2009 to 2019 versus 2020. It's a complete 360, and you can't even say one player made the whole thing work.
It was a process.
It was a process, and it took one off season to get it right. And this is what we've been screaming. We've been screaming this for years.
Yep.
For years. And me and you've been at this for 3-4 years now about running game, kicking game, defense, turnovers, coaching.
Penalties.
And look what we got this year.
For the most part, it's all improved. And yesterday, you saw the flashes. You saw the improvements as the season got on, especially on defense. But those turnovers is what held us back.
Yes.
So now that the turnovers have decreased, which is what everybody has said, and now that we're starting to have a more balanced offense, we're now making the right moves to build this team in and out.
Keyword team. Team is being built. See, exactly. Even coming into the offseason, I already knew that the turnovers was not going to be an issue. That's why I never really worried about when Brady coming in and he's going to turn the ball over a lot. I said his max interception was 12, and that might have been too high. You know what I'm saying? He's at 4 right now, so I don't even think he's going to touch 10. So turnovers was never the issue. You already know how I work. Mm-hmm. Brady is a GOAT, so you can't compare a GOAT to a fifth-year quarterback. It's just kind of like retarded. I don't know why people even do that. They're keeping the stats up. Like, Brady is one of the GOATs. How you keep comparing a 20-year guy to a 5-year guy? It doesn't make any sense.
It's just like people wanting to make an argument.
But it's a stupid argument between the pro and the anti-Winston fans. It's a stupid argument because you're comparing a GOAT to a fifth-year quarterback. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, are we really trying to compare the GOAT, 6 rings with the Patriots, to a guy that's a third-string quarterback? Like,
yeah.
It's like the obsession is weird. It's like it's like an ex-girlfriend that did you wrong and stole from you and cheated on you, and you hate her and you can't stand her, but you keep talking about her.
Yep, because you still got an attachment to her.
Emotional. This is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
A lot of Bucs fans are emotionally attached to that guy, and I don't understand. It's like either good or bad, but we got to focus on this season. And I see it all the time in these Bucs groups, and I hate to go off topic, but it's every day. It's a post about it. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, I don't understand. Yeah. It's kind of weird. It's corny and it's weird.
Yeah, it's definitely corny because they just can't seem to move on with the fact that we're a team that's progressing. We're doing so much better, but they want to bring up the past and compare. And like you said, you're comparing to a guy that's not playing anymore. So what are you really doing? You're wasting your time. You're wasting your keyboard energy. You should be talking about what's happening now. Remember when we would talk about what was happening currently and people were like, oh, let's look to the future. We're going to get better. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like, let's talk about right now. So now we are looking at right now, but people want to talk about the past now. No, let's focus on what's up ahead.
And I tell people this all the time, this team is the way this team has been built. Now, when you look at the Raiders game and then we add an AB, and I notice there's some mixed feelings about that.
Mm-hmm. I'm one of them.
The way the team is constructed, it's constructed for really one year run. If you look at the contract situation, the Bucs are structured for a 1-year run. It really are. It really is. Because if you look at the contract situation, I can go down the list. If we don't win this year, it's kind of wash. You don't make all these moves and don't get to the Super Bowl. And that's why I be stressing people. I be like, it's Super Bowl or bust. It's no excuses. Like, it's an all-star team. Like, you can't honestly think that these moves are being made just to get to the playoffs, just to go 9, 10 wins, 11 wins, 12. No, you gotta look past the wins. These moves are being made, blowing out the Raiders, the Broncos, the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? Not Packers. We're trying to make a statement, and I know it's the New York Yankee type situation, the LA Laker type situation, but the Bucs market is not built for that. We can't do this every year. We can't. We don't have the market to do it. We don't have the backing to do that. We're not LA. We're not New York. We can't build teams like this every year. That's not how you build a franchise. But hell, why not go for it in one good year? Why not take a chance?
We had the money to do it. We had the money to do it. Right. And we tried doing it the way of building a franchise to where you can just progress and wins. But it's like, you know what? We got the cap space. We got the money to afford these people. Let's just do a win now mode and just get to the Super Bowl and bring a championship here. That's going to bring money. Might as well.
Might as well, bro. And it sucks. It sucks that they can't what's the word I'm looking for? They can't take advantage of the revenue earnings, the potential earnings that could have been made. 8 sold out home games, all the Bucs games on the road sold out. So they can't make the money that they really wanted to make. So yeah, they got all in. The chips are all into the table. And matter of fact, speaking, we're gonna bring somebody on if you don't mind, Travis. And
cool,
folks, it's gonna be me and Travis. So if you want to come in, don't be afraid to join. You can ask the question to Travis, you can ask the question to me or both of us. The link is in the description box. We got our first bandit, Andrew. So I want you to give a warm welcome to the locker room, folks. Our first bandit, his name is Andrew. So Andrew, welcome. I'm going to bring you in and you can have at it, man.
What's up?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, boss?
What's up?
I can hear you, man. Go ahead. Speak your mind about the Raiders and Bucs game, man.
Great team win. I mean, you're supposed to beat those teams, but if you beat them by 25 points, that's saying something. I'm a little concerned that I know you shouldn't think like this as a fan, but I kind of want to see Mike Evans reach 1,000 yards again. And I don't think it's going to happen this season.
Travis, you want to take that, Travis?
Hey, of course I will, man. As you see, I'm rocking the jersey, Drew. Man, this is Iron Mike. He's been here for all these years, and I knew with Tom Brady coming and what they were building, you got to look at the way Tom Brady plays versus Jameis. And I've seen Jameis play since high school, and he's had a bad habit of focusing on one guy and then looking to the next. And that was a bad habit of his interceptions. Mike Evans was always his guy since he's gotten there. And granted, Mike got 1,000 yards before him, but with us playing so much catch up, it was always thrown to the big deep routes. Now we have so many weapons and we're starting to balance out. That's going to decrease. So these receivers are going to get those 1,000 yards because we're not playing catch up, because we already got a lead. We're going to run the ball, maybe do a couple check down passes, because what's more important is the win. Last year, the year before, I believe, we had the #1 top 5 offense, but we were losing. So what about stats? We're trying to win now. You know what I mean? So it does hurt, but that's a sacrifice we got to make.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Drew. Keep going. I mean, you got a little more time left.
Yeah.
Drew, are you there?
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
No, I think he paused or froze or something. I know we got somebody else in the chat room waiting too. I'm going to make sure Drew is finished.
Also,
hey, Drew, you're going in and out.
Receiver.
Drew, are you? We're not catching you, man. I think something wrong with your video feed, internet. I'm going to put you in the chat room for a second. Get that straightened out. We'll keep you in. We're not going to kick you out. We're going to remove you for a second. Just stay in the chat room until you get that fixed. We're going to bring on Marlon Graves next. And Drew, just stay tuned. Just hold on for a second, all right? All right, Marlon, what is up, man? Welcome to the locker room, man. Me and Travis, Bucco's Locker, you know what it is. Now you in the locker room, so we won the game yesterday. What's your thoughts on it, man? Marlon, they dropping out, man. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all all right?
What happened? Hey, man, don't let me scare y'all, man.
Is it Travis? Is Travis?
Nah, don't let it be me, man. This ain't the Facebook days, man. I calm down.
don't let Travis scare y'all, man. Look, y'all already know how I roll. Y'all know how I roll. But don't let Travis scare y'all like that. Come on, man. Y'all know how this works. Just because y'all haven't seen him that much, that doesn't mean he's here. It's okay.
Hey,
if you've been with the channel since the beginning, you understand that he's been around. He just, he had a new baby, he got a newborn. So he's a father. So he got things to do. I've been holding it down. So y'all been spending a lot.
He has. And when Isaiah had his moment, he had his time with taking personal time. It was on me.
Yeah.
So it's a team, y'all.
That's so okay. We got somebody. So we got a couple people join the chat. So we'll get back to you, Drew. Okay, we'll get back to you, Drew. So stay tuned. There are a few people jumped in. So we'll move on to Lee. So everybody get a warm welcome to into the locker room. Goes by the name of Lee. What's going on, man?
Hey man, what's going on?
Hey man,
What up, boss?
welcome.
Hey,
Welcome to the locker room.
Man, it was a good win. Like the other guy said, man, we beat them by 20 or 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
That's a win-win. So I mean, we actually gave them a touchdown. The drive that where Barrett jumped offside and whatnot. If you think about it, we gave him that drive. You think about it, that touchdown.
Okay.
So for the most part,
that was an interception.
Yeah, it was an interception. So for the most part, that really got really slaughtered. But the team is looking good. I've been saying let Brady cook for the longest. Let him cook. You know what I'm saying? So let him cook. Let him do his thing. And we got the weapons. And I guess it just took time for that to mature with the receivers to get the relationship. I guess the connections straight. But now, I mean, like Isaiah said earlier in the earlier videos about season 8, game 8, we'll start seeing. We start seeing it click. Now we starting to see it click, and it's looking scary now.
Right on time.
It's looking real scary.
Right on time. Week 8 is next week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
Right on cue. And it's
right.
like, and I've been preaching this since the beginning. People was, we got to get right now. First game of the season. Second. I was like, no, about week 8, this team will be at optimal levels, man. And Giants is week 8. So as you can see, the team at Packers, Raiders, now the Giants, and we get ourselves together and boom, Saints.
Right. So I agree. I mean, we looking good, man. I mean, the Bears game still hurt because I know we gave that away. So I'm glad I'm seeing more discipline from the offensive line. We're seeing a little bit more discipline on the defensive side. So, I mean, it just feels good that it's coming together. I mean, I was panicking the first week, but even in the Saints game, we were actually in the game without the turnovers. Yeah. We were in the game. If you look at the stats, Drew Brees wasn't doing the offense wasn't doing anything.
We was beating ourselves, right? and I think as you can see the development of the offense, it went from no risk it, no biscuit. We're gonna force it on Brady to nah, we can't do that.
Right.
What up, BT?
So I'm thinking, the pundits say, I heard a couple of them today say, this team can't nobody beat them as long as they don't beat themselves. So I think this is the type of team we have. If we don't beat ourselves, we play discipline. That Jensen stopped doing the dang personal foul crap. You know what I'm saying? Donovan 90, well, we can't say Donovan, 76, stop holding.
There you go.
It's gonna be
Donovan 76 has improved, since that Chicago game. He's improved. Jensen, he's held it up. Let's give him credit when it's due. But I was
right. And so as long as they don't, long as those guys don't, have those troubles, man, and we play discipline ball, because the Bears game was proof positive that we should have won that game. We beat ourselves. And offense could have done so much more. The defense kept them in check. I mean, if it wasn't for that fumble, that phantom fumble from Vaughn, they wouldn't even been in the game. So it's just like, man, I'm seeing the team come together. We should be 6-1, but the team is looking good, man. I'm quite surprised, and Brady's really cooking.
When that's what happens when all three faces cooking. Offense, defense,
right.
special.
So it's looking good. Special teams, we don't hear nothing about special teams. What?
The kicker's making his kick.
You don't hear nothing about no kicker?
No.
The kicker's looking good?
We're not getting no kicker world right now, man. If we had this kicker last year, this Giants game wouldn't be so big.
Right, man. I'm ecstatic about what we're seeing right now, man. And, and like we can't look past like the Giants, even though we know we probably going to beat them. Don't look past them. And I think Brady's giving them that mentality. Don't look past no one. Every week I think like the Patriot way would be every week is a season. So this is the next season. We got to conquer that season, then on to the next. Well, I think really we probably gonna really beat the Saints. But I'm not trying to look over the Giants, but keep our targets and just hit them, man, and do what we're supposed to do, man. I don't think no one beat us, man.
Well,
except ourselves.
Right. We only beat ourselves. I think. I hate to say it, but and as a Bucs fan, we're cautious because we're not used to seeing something like this.
No. especially.
So I mean, we're cautious every game. I'm telling you guys, I was nervous even when they started climbing back into the game. I said, man, y'all, please don't let this go. And then it's like when they didn't go for it on that, I guess that 4th and short, and they kicked that field goal. I said, oh, they in trouble now.
Man,
they in trouble.
So
I said, you gonna let Brady come
that.
back? And they buried him after that. So it was like, man, but I still have that. I have that the Phantom Buck fan in me that's afraid and not used to seeing this just dominate people. When was the last time we had a season we dominated people like this? 2002. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, offensively and defensively, we dominated people.
Oh yeah, 2002. Both sides of the spectrum, yes, for sure. Now,
right.
I did want to touch up on something that you said. So, one of my biggest pet peeves of that Bear game was instead of going for it on 4th and 1, we did that field goal. Right. What irritated me was we should have went for it because if you had the audacity to go for it on 4th and 1 on your own 20 on the other side of the field, but you couldn't do it right there in the red zone, and you're doing no risk and no biscuit, where did your philosophy go right there? Because that would have put us up by much more than
keep the same energy.
Exactly. So that was another thing I had.
Keep the same energy. I mean, we got too many weapons. I mean, we can pass it, we can even run it. So it's just like, but I'm just happy, man, and I appreciate you guys giving us the content, man. I tune in all the time. This is my first time actually being on. I'm surprised I even did this. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I appreciate you guys, man, and I just love to see your content, and we all are kind of like-minded.
Well,
Isaiah he kind of harsh. He keep it 100. But I appreciate you guys, man.
Appreciate you coming in for the first time and keep supporting the channel, Lee. We see you, man. I've seen you in the chat room a few times over the months and years. So keep supporting the Buckles Locker, man. We appreciate that. Salute to you. Keep doing your thing. But we got some more people in the chat ready to come on in and speak their piece. But we appreciate you coming on and voicing your facts and your opinions as well about how you feel about the team. Keep doing it, man. Salute.
All right, man.
So who we got next? We got Houston. Okay, we got so in order. It got Houston, Justin, Malcolm, and there was a couple other people kept coming in and out, and we'll get to y'all in a second. So Houston, I don't know if I said that right. So give a warm welcome to Into the Locker Room to join the Bucs, Bandits, Pirates, and everybody. So warm welcome to Houston. What's going on, man?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the locker room. Me, Travis, salute to you.
I follow both of you guys. Yes, sir. Subscribe to both.
So what do you think about yesterday's game? Give me like a summary of what you think.
Overall, great performance, on all cylinders. Everybody was clicking. And you still have a little doubts while watching the game a little bit. You're still on the edge of your seat. We're not fully sitting back comfortable watching the games yet, but we're still on the edge of our seat, and we getting there. You can tell they starting to gel together, starting to come together a little bit more from week 1. And I'm excited, man. I've been a Bucs fan for 27 years. I'm 27 myself. And, I never seen nothing like this right now with Tom Brady in the city, and Tristan Wirfs blocking as good as he's been blocking and stuff like that. It's amazing. Like, I'm proud of them boys.
Travis, you want to tighten on that? Travis, you take that?
Hey, man. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, as you said, man, you're seeing this improvement happen. And like Isaiah was saying, this is what we should be doing, because as much as we invested in this team for this year, this is what you expected. And due to no preseason, it took a lot longer than it should have. The first preseason games were literally the Saints, the Broncos, Chargers. Those were just literally us getting our feet wet. Carolina Panthers, I was just getting our feet wet coming together. And that Chicago game is what really woke us up, because not only did we have a coach getting on us, like Tom got on us and Tom got on the team. And you can tell that leadership from somebody who's done it many times made an impact versus what we had before. And this team has been more disciplined since that, because they've noticed, and wow, we could have really, really changed the whole dynamic of this if we just kept our heads on and worked together as a team. And you see it there now, because Tom's doing stuff behind the scenes that you're not seeing on cameras or that they're talking about, because Tom's going to be discreet as hell.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. Like, it's still a little worries. Like, I'm saying, like, you know, we having a couple 3-and-outs and stuff like that when we could have converted and stuff, but, you know, it's part of the game. So I really don't let that kind of worry me. Just like, you know what I'm saying, not giving up the lead no more, letting them come back how we used to see Tampa Bay perform and stuff. Other than that, like Rojo, I love Rojo, but I just feel like sometimes he stutter step when we get back to the line of scrimmage. And I feel like we just need somebody like that's gonna hit it and hold it. You know, like like a Fournette, more like a Fournette. He kind of like hit it and hold it instead of getting to that line and trying to shift and maybe make shifty moves. That's why I think we haven't really seen too much of it. Excuse me.
That's my bad. I said like a Doug Martin.
Yeah, and it's even more worse than McCoy when he get the ball and run. So I feel like once we tighten up a little bit more areas, like we killing them with the deep bombs and stuff like that downfield, and you know we need to start maybe running a little bit more underneath routes. You know what I'm saying? Get our speedster guys out there on the field more. But you know I'm proud of what I'm seeing. You know, like I said, I've been watching this team for 27 years, man. This is amazing. Like Victory Mondays, we're not really used to having Victory Mondays like that. You know.
No, not this much.
Well,
yeah, not this much.
I would say this. We almost at optimal levels. In closing, I'm gonna say this, because we got some more people in that's trying to come on in. But in closing, what you were saying, all hit on the points that I've been making. You know, not just this year, but you know, in previous years. And it's good to see the team have success because the fan base, most of us are excited and happy about it. Some of us are still a little, you know, not fully on board, and some of the Bucs fans are just bitter. I don't know why. No, it's a small group, but I watch from afar. I watch like an owl, and I see everything. I see everything. I see everything across Bucs media, from upper level to mid level to even YouTube level. I see it. You know what I'm saying? And most of us are on board. You know what I'm saying? The expectations is high. It's been high since we signed Brady. You know, it's just what it is. When you sign a guy like that, there is no more mediocre stuff going on here. You know,
that should be. It shouldn't be.
And then you haven't seen the best of the Bucs yet. You know, This is the first half of the season. The closing the first half of the season with the Giants, another dub, and I'll talk more about that in a preview video. But we're closing the first half of the season with the Giants, so that's a dub. And the second half of the season, we got 3 big games, or actually 5, but 3 big ones against playoff teams. You know, Saints, Chiefs, and Rams. And and last time I'm mistaken, the Rams are beating the Bears right now. So it's gonna be interesting.
It's that you can't really put that triangle effect to the you know, it changed every week. You know.
Yeah, I told people that just because we lost to the Bears and we beat the Packers, but the Raiders beat the Saints and the Chiefs, it don't work like that.
Right.
It don't. So
thank you for having me, man. It's my first time coming on, man. Won't be my last.
Salute, my dude. Salute, my brother.
Sir, man.
Salute to you, man. Support the channel, man.
Sir. Go Bucs, man.
Bless.
Yes, sir.
So we got Justin, Malcolm, and Weezy 20 up next. Justin, what's the good, this man? Give a warm welcome to Justin coming into the locker room with Isaiah and Travis to give his thoughts on the Raiders and the Bucs. The Bucs moving 5-2, and I think Justin gonna have some stuff to say. Let's hear it.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, guys?
What's going on, man? Salute to you,
man. I'm just so happy, man, about this win. What was it? Dude, 45. We hit him with that 45 bomb. Brady is going wild out there. My guy Godwin's getting his catches. I'm getting some crazy echo for some reason, but so this might be kind of tough. I don't know what it is. Whenever I got in here, like I've just been hearing this echo, but I can kind of like make out what you guys are saying. But anyways, so like I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about the whole Antonio Brown signing?
Hey man, I posted a video not too long ago about that. Athletically on the field, the dude is going to bring to the team another dynamic, a deep threat, a veteran, all-pro, Pro Bowler. Outside of that, we just got to keep him on a tight leash, man. You know, he's still under investigation. he can have a short time with us. And AB said it himself. I'm sorry, BA said it himself. He's going to be on a tight leash. And I don't know if you're in the Tampa area or not, but right down the street from the stadium is, you already know, 2001 Odyssey and Scores and Mons Venus, and that's not the place you want a guy like that. So I do believe Tom will keep him in check. I do believe the team will definitely try to keep him in check. They gave him a short contract, money-wise. So it's like a prove it. And it's like, if you really want to be here, you should show it. So hopefully while he's here, he definitely takes advantage of it and shows improvement to this offense and brings good leadership, because now that we got the team together, the discipline is there, we don't need somebody in here trying to ruin that.
My thoughts about the AB signing, it's kind of a mixed type thing, because this, from Pittsburgh, I watched him in Central Michigan. Didn't see too much of this in Central Michigan. I mean, he was young. You would think that you would see this at a younger age versus an older age. But my thoughts on the AB signing, it's kind of mixed. I mean, he's a very talented guy, but he has well-documented issues on the Pittsburgh situation with Mike Tomlin. And, Pittsburgh, as far as organization-wise, one of the all-time great organizations in the league. It's a very steady franchise. 3 head coaches, Chuck Knox, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. So it's a very, very, very well put together organization year in and year out. And for AB to mess that up, that's a stain. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then in the off the field situation, then he goes to the Raiders and they give him big money, and then that off the field stuff pops up again with him and the lady, the sexual assault and all this extra stuff going on. He just has a lot of stuff. Then he tried out for the Saints. A lot of people don't know this. He went out there for the Saints. He brought a camera crew out, and Sean Payton was like, nah, that ain't happening. Then he got in trouble again, and the Patriots signed him. Then he just got a lot of stuff going on. If he can come here and get in line, AB needs to get in line. There is no jumping to the front. There is no, I don't care how good he is. The team is more important than the talent.
That's what I'm kind of worried about, though.
I mean, the locker room is already built. The locker room is built for no nonsense. No nonsense. We on a mission.
Yeah, like you said, the locker room is already built. Like, things are working. It's just now really starting to gel. And like, now is when you want to kind of bring in this. Like, I think it's going to be fine. I think he's over all that stuff for the most part. I thought it was like, I don't really know that much, but I feel like a lot of it might have been kind of overblown as well. Like, he's not in jail. Like, clearly, like, it couldn't have been as big a deal as they try to make it. I don't know, but really at this point, it's like, do you really want to bring this possible thing that could blow up your locker room in? And if you feel like you need to bring that bad, like, does that mean that they don't have confidence in Mike Evans? Like, have they lost confidence in him? Do you think maybe they might consider trading him now? What do you think is up with that?
Well, and I'm gonna say this real quick about that, because I brought this up yesterday. Just stay tuned for that situation. It's just a little situation that, I threw it out there just in case, in the Odell Beckham situation, and I don't want Mike Evans to get traded. I don't, but I'm just saying,
yeah, me either.
Business is business. Just stay tuned for that, because Chris Godwin extension got to come up. Levante David, you get what I'm saying? And Mike Evans making a lot of money. You can't have 2 receivers taking up 20% of your cap.
Yeah.
No,
it don't make any sense, because you got to build.
Godwin's a beast too. I mean, he's right up there with Evans as far as like tiers of receivers.
Right. So can you imagine paying 2 receivers over $12 million?
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a way to screw up everything.
I believe Mike's been around for a long time, and like Isaiah said, business is business. I believe he will probably take a pay cut. That's what Gerald McCoy made the mistake of doing, not taking a pay cut, and that's what cut him loose. So with Mike wants to win. He could go to any of the team, but at the same time, he can stick around and say, no, this is where my home is. I got a house out here. Like, this is where you wish he did take a pay cut already, but he's a loyal dude. He could have bounced a long time ago and went anywhere else. So I believe now he'd want to stay. He definitely wants to win with Tampa. I hope they keep him. I wouldn't want to let him go for a 1-year guy like Antonio Brown. I mean, of course, they could look for another guy, but at the same time, you want to keep people loyal. You know what I'm saying? We got Levante on the defensive side. Mike's our loyal guy on the offensive side. I wouldn't want to lose him. He's a franchise guy.
Well, I mean, Justin. You know, and I know I hear you're concerned about the Evans situation because on the field he's not getting targets, and you know he's getting doubled, but sometimes he's not getting doubled, he's not getting targets. So I've been watching this for the last few weeks, and it's something that you might want to just keep, you know, not just you, but everybody else that's, you know, follows the Bucs. Just pay attention to that situation. It's very interesting now with AB coming on. Things can get a little.
They can't be. It's a big deal. AB. I mean, that's a huge name. Like, it's got to mean something. They can't have just brought him. Like AB or Bruce Arians said it was insurance, but I mean, if you're super happy with what you got, you're not going to be thinking too much about insurance. You know what I mean? I think Evans is just injured, but I mean, who knows? You know, I mean, I don't really know what it's like to play in the NFL injured. Some people say that that's BS and you can play through an injury and it's fine. But I mean, he's been great. I mean, Evans has been a top tier receiver every season up until now. So, I mean, I have to think he's injured or something, but either way, that's interesting. But next thing I wanted to say, which is something that I think has been obvious for a while now, we got to start Mike Edwards over Jordan Whitehead, man. Let's get that going.
That's been the topic. Whitehead does play a different type of safety. He's a hitter safety. He's a hard hitter. He's not a ball hawk. And evidently, with what's been exposed lately, is these deep passes is what's been killing us. Where we got our safeties trying to cover that guy, like they just get burnt. So I do see Edwards getting back there and making plays. Whitehead is more of a tackling safety. So I can't see that argument. And I've seen a lot of people in the chat mentioning Sean Murphy Bunting as well. That's a guy that I believe should be moved to maybe nickel, because Jamel Dean has been doing the damn thing, and I think him and Charlton Davis would be a nice tandem on the outside for 1 and 2.
I agree 100%.
Isaiah, you reacted to that. Tell me what's up, man.
Oh, I spoke on that already. I'm not even going to touch on that. I spoke on that yesterday.
We talked a lot about the secondary, I think, last time I was on here, too.
I already gave my piece on the Jamel Dean situation, so.
Yeah, Jamel Dean, I mean, I like looking at, like, the PFF grades, Isaiah. I know you don't like them too much, but Jamel Dean, though, he's got like a 90 coverage grade right now, which is, like, one of the best corners in the league coverage-wise, grade-wise at least. And then, like, I guess it's because of the small sample size, but they have Mike Edwards with a 94 grade. So I'm just thinking, like, if we got that level of guy, if the PFF grades really mean something, like, he should just be out there all the time. And every time he's out there, he makes some kind of crazy play. You know, like, I know it's a small sample size, but like, that just can't be a coincidence. You know, and I feel like Mike Edwards comes in later in the game, and that's usually when our defense starts to really, like, pick up, because they usually give up a little something in the beginning. And I think that might be what it is. I don't know. Like, I'm not an expert, but what do you guys think? Like, what do you think changes, you know, between the beginning, like with the Packers game and the Raiders game? The first few drives, the defense was giving up stuff, and then they turn it on. What do you think that is?
All right. So first, let me say this. We're gonna wrap this up, Justin, because we got some more people coming in.
Yeah.
Me and Travis gonna give our thoughts on this, and then we're gonna, you know, try to get some more people in before this session's over with. But as far as what you're saying, it's kind of like I speak on a lot of these things that we talk about, but it's good to keep talking about it. It's just one of those things where you have to look at your eyes and what your eyes tell you. You know, I always tell people, when you watch football, I understand with the PFF and, you know, all these, you know, grading criteria, but sometimes you have to go off what your eyes and the tape telling you, live and if you watch the replay. So I don't get caught up in the PFF. I do pay attention to Football Outsiders. They go a little bit more in depth and all this other stuff. But I'm just one of those guys that I play football. You know, pads, flag, all that stuff. So I get how it feels on the field. You know, I understand route concepts and defensive concepts, scheming, attacking one player. So all these things that the Bucs are doing with the defense, and the difference between Whitehead and Edwards, there is a difference. Edwards is not a cover safety. That's not his thing. You know, Edwards is a cover safety. He's not a hitter. Mm-hmm. He's good further away from the line. Edwards is good close to the line. But Antoine Winfield Jr., which we haven't really talked about too much, he's both. He has the versatility to play up on the line, and he can cover.
He reminds me of a Rondé. He reminds me of Rondé, but at safety.
He provides a lot of flexibility for that secondary, which is one of the things that we don't have. You know, I know Murphy Bunn, he's regressed. He's giving that Vernon Hargrave feel every time he's on the field, it's like, why are they attacking you?
Don't say that.
You know,
that's something I've noticed with him is he's not a tackler. He's not the best tackler. That's something that I've noticed these last few weeks.
If you paid attention to the Raiders game, Lawson, number 26, was identified as the weak link on the Raiders secondary. And guess what happened? Brady went.
Lit him up.
Lit him up. And Murphy Bunton is starting to kind of fall in that realm. Like, bruh, what's up, man? Like,
yeah, second round pick too.
Yeah, some people thought we reached for him too. You know what I'm
saying? We definitely did. I mean, I don't think any of the corners from that class in that draft range are really doing that much, but still. Yeah, man. But draft. It's all about the scouting department, man. And our scouting department is not the greatest. It's well documented. Under Jason Light, the scouting department is. They're doing better. They've done better since Bruce Arians got here. That's for sure.
Bruce Arians got here. That doesn't cover up the past.
If you look at a lot of drafts, we got one, maybe two out of like 7-8 picks, and that's usually first round, maybe third. That's not a good overall. No, it's not good depth.
They like to glorify Jason Light because of the Brady signing and the Fournette, but that doesn't cover up his mess ups.
No,
too many. I still think he's a second half. If you look at the GMs, 32 GMs, right? I don't have him in my top 15.
Yeah, he's bottom 15 or whatever. Yeah,
he's not top 15.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, he does a few things right sometimes, but it's like I feel like he does a bunch of random stuff right, but then all the obvious stuff wrong. You know what I mean?
So I mean, but we're not going to go into that. That's a whole different
conversation.
But
that's not what this video is about.
I appreciate you coming into the locker room, man, to give us your thoughts about the Raiders game and other topics as far as the Bucs. I appreciate you coming in. We got to move on to some other people. Keep supporting the channel. Keep showing love to the channel. I see you. You don't miss videos at all, man. I see you all the time. So salute to you, Justin.
Yeah, I've missed a few here and there, but I try it. Whenever I get that notification on my phone, and it's usually late at night. I'm not doing anything, and I'm just like, cool. I'll come in. Let's see what's going on. You know.
Oh, I try to keep it a little busy on here.
But it's good content, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
All right,
nice talking to you, boss.
Up next, we have Malcolm. So give a warm welcome to the locker room. He goes by the name of Mad Man Malcolm. Welcome. What up?
What's good? Can you hear me?
What up, boss? We hear you, man.
What's your thoughts, man?
What's good? Yeah, I'm happy on the team win. It was a collective group effort and everything. And Justin, he kind of touched on the things I wanted to talk about, like with the Mike Edwards, should he fill in? Mike Edwards, should he fill in for Jordan Whitehead? Because it seems like every time he's in a game, he's making a pick. Like Broncos game, he had a pick at the end of the game. Last game 2 games ago against the Packers, had almost a pick six. And then he comes in for a short amount of time against the Raiders, and he had a pick, but it was nullified because of Shaq Barrett offsides. But he kind of touched on it, Justin, already, so I won't go through that. But something that I was curious about is the punt return and the kick return. It seems like every time the ball's punted to us, or it's the kick return, Jadon Mickens, always fair catch. Like we had, just like Isaiah said, we have one of the worst punt return, one of the worst kick return units for the past several years.
Hey, man.
And my voice is a little hoarse, but I was kind of curious, like, should Antonio Brown step in and do that job and cut Mickens? Like, can we get something from Antonio Brown? So I'm just curious about that. I want to know your thoughts on that.
I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with putting Antonio Brown in that kick return, punt return. We can definitely utilize him there. Definitely. He got open. He got moves, man. He got some moves on him.
Yeah.
Jadon Mickens, man. He be having a room and just don't do enough for me, man. It's like you got too much room to make a decision and you still struggling.
Like I'm watching like the Bears, and I know the Bears are losing right now against the Rams, but Cordell Patterson, like we never can get an elite specialist to do something back there. It's always a fair catch or a 7-yard gain, something like. And then before Jadon Miggins, Adam Humphries used to do it. It's like these guys aren't especially Adam Humphries. Like he's not explosive. Like come on, like I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but.
Oh, trust me.
I mean,
There's a few of us see it.
if you look at the history of the Bucs, you gotta remember we were the last team in the NFL to have a doggone kickoff return for a touchdown in all of NFL history. Cordell Patterson was a return specialist out of college. So was Devin Hester.
Yeah.
We have not found that piece yet for that role. We've always been adjusting to the offensive side by line, skill player on defense, defensive line. If we can draft an actual return specialist, that would be great, because somebody who's experienced, not afraid to take it up and hit that hole and get some good yardage on it. But that's something that Tampa has rarely done in the history of the organization, is have a good return specialist, if any return touchdowns too.
Yeah, I mean, we remember Carl the Truth Williams and Clifton Smith and Jacques Green.
Then you go way back.
Yeah, I've been around for a minute.
I know. Me too, man. Me too.
But it's a struggle there, man. I just wish we had more production there, but luckily it's not hurting, it's not affecting the games. But there will be a time that we just need a big return.
Shout out, there it is in the chat. Spurlock, Michael Spurlock. There it is. There it is. Shout out Tony. Shout out George. Y'all know what it is.
And then also, y'all touched on the other point, the Jamel Dean. Like, I feel like Bruce should just start him on the outside, opposite Carlton Davis and Sean Murphy Bunting.
It's almost like they treating Dean like they treated Rojo with the Peyton Barber situation. It's like, dude, it's obvious that he's more talented. Like, what are we doing here? Like, stop doing
Barber
this.
wasn't going to be the future, man. He just wasn't going to be that guy.
It just mind-boggling. He was a negative running back. He was a negative running back, and he got a lot of carries, over 100 carries. He was a negative, and people don't talk about this. I don't understand. Like, I'm not even, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone.
He didn't have a burst. He didn't have that burst.
I spoke on Peyton Barber one too many times. He was a complete negative, and next. Next. What is he doing now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they had so much. I think is even the starter for Washington. I'm not. I know he's on Washington. I don't know if he's been like, and then I don't know Bruce Arians. Right when Bruce Arians was hired, and they had like a whole staff like meeting or whatever, and the indoor practice facility or practice field. He's talking about Peyton Barber. I'm like, I'm just not buying it. Like, Peyton Barber is not. I didn't buy it. You just like you said, Isaiah, you can never really. I feel like sometimes Bruce just be talking, and like his actions are different. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
he does.
So I don't know. That's it. Those are the points I just want to bring up, but I'm just letting everybody else, get a chance and come up in here.
Okay. Malcolm, we appreciate you coming into the locker room and giving your thoughts on the game and the Bucs in general. And your thoughts are well, put together. So, and good talking points, man. I appreciate you. Salute to you. Keep supporting the channel. I see you don't miss a lot of videos yourself as well. You wanted to bandit, so respect to you. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to you, Malcolm.
I had to get my Mike Evans jersey on too.
Hey, bro, I'm with you. I'm with you, my dude. Had to get that new pewter, man.
Waiting on my Chris Godwin.
Right. Yeah, but all right, y'all take care.
All right, man. Oh, so we got so we got another person coming into the chat to join the locker room. It goes by the name of Annie Weezy's Way. But before we get to Annie Weezy, the link is in the chat room if you want to come on and join the locker room. We just a little over an hour. Probably got about we'll probably do another two more video dial-ins. So we'll probably do 2 more. So we got 2 more slots open to come on and speak your piece. And as we wrap this video up, so after Annie Weezy's Way, we got 2 more slots open. If anybody want to take it, the link is in the description box. Don't forget to like the channel, share the live stream, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss any uploaded videos or live stream videos. So with that being said, we're going to bring on Annie Weezy's Way, one of the bandits. Let's give a warm welcome and let's go his way on his thoughts about the Raiders and the Bucs game. What's the deal?
What's going on, Travis? What up, Bucko's Locker?
What up, man, Weezy? What's up, man?
What's going on? I got a question for you because I watch you every Saturday. Bucko. When I'm feeling real worried about JPP. I know we're talking about the Raiders game, great team win, but we noticed that we ain't getting the pass rush because you keep saying it. Like you said it yesterday during the game, Isaiah, put Levante and Devin on the outside because Shaq Barrett and JPP ain't getting to the quarterback. I know we winning, but we ain't getting the pass rush. You even saw it. They did it in the Broncos game. They put them out there and we got them sacks. But I ain't seeing nothing. I see Shaq because he anxious. That's why he jumping off sides and doing all that. Because I know they keying on him. But what y'all think about the lack of pass rush? And I got one more question after that.
Go ahead, Travis.
Man, it's tough. You know, I did have high expectations with this pass rush. I did have an idea that they would key in on Shaq Barrett being the sack leader last year. I did think that would open up the lane for other people. And something that I've been saying for this last few games is, you know, with Bowles like in the blitz, something I'm not happy with is not getting home when he's in the house. You know, when he's in the house, you got to hit that foundation with it, bro.
They're getting right there, but they're not getting all the way to him.
They're not. And you can see some holes happening, but we need to do something with different stunts where they're fooling these offensive linemen. Because even with the Raiders being depleted on the offensive line, I expected a lot more pressure on Derek Carr. So there needs to be some type of stunt happening, some different movements happening on the front, because just doing the containing, Derek Carr doesn't need to be contained. I mean, he can move, but he doesn't need to be contained because he's afraid to get hit. So if he has somebody coming at him untouched, he's going to buckle down and not chuck it away. So there needs to be a different type of scheme on that front line. I know we're second in sacks, but it ain't much been getting there, my dude. I see your comment, Josh.
We see that, but we also, them sacks are coming from the safety because I think the rookie, he got like 4 of them. So
yeah,
Antoine
that's
got
that
like
speed.
4.
And he's coming untouched. He's coming untouched.
Off the blitz. They're not seeing him. It ain't like they beating someone and getting to him.
Exactly. There's no bull rush, no beating around, getting there.
Exactly. And I got 2 more. I mean, one more question, 2 parts. Who are we giving credit for this McLendon trade that just got there 3 days ago? And that boy had like 5 tackles yesterday.
Well, he did. So the McGlennon, he played for under Arians or Bowles.
Yeah, he played for him in the Jets. He played for Bowles back in the Jets, so he was familiar with the system.
That was a Bowles telling Arians, telling Jason Light. That was
get this guy. He know my system. He can help us.
Yeah,
and another thing, and my last part of my question: with Vita Vea contract having 1 more year on his deal with his leg injury, do you think this is going to hurt him and him being re-signed? Because I personally he's one of my favorite players, and I think we need to keep him. But depending on how his Achilles goes, can be real serious.
So this is one of the contract situations that I spoke about in the flash. I didn't go in depth about it, but it goes back to what I was telling a lot of Bucs fans on this channel. This year right here is it. So because you look at the next year contract situation in Vita, it was
this was his guaranteed money year. This was his last guaranteed money.
Picking up the 5th year option.
What's
it? He's in year 3 now or year 4?
Year 4, because it's year 3 because
year 3.
Yeah, year 3.
So next year will be his 4th year, which is still guaranteed. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
But he's eligible for extension. He's not getting that.
Because of his injury history, you think, or just because of
injuries?
I would say injuries. And I think that's the reason why they rotated him a lot too.
You can't tie in that much. You can't extend the guy to make him a top 5 defensive tackle, nose tackle, and his injuries. That's a risk. And it's business. This is nothing to do personal with Villa. It's nothing personal. It's business.
Right.
You know, and you got to look at it as a, I'm not a capologist. I'm not I love math, but I do pay attention to that. And looking at his injury history, you don't pay him top 5 defensive nose tackle money. Just Just can't do it.
The thing about Viet is something I want to touch upon is he's not playing all of his snaps. He gets rotated in and out
Yeah.
because of his durability. So he's good at plugging up the hole, taking those double teams, but he's not an Aaron Donald. He's not going to be doing all of his snaps, putting pressure on the line because they know about his injuries. They know that he can get hurt. He makes his plays, but he can't play the entire game because the injury chance is right there. That's unfortunate, but that's business. It's the way the game is. He's got to take a
He's not a bad player at all. This is not a knock on him, fans. I want people to understand.
Not at all.
This is not a knock on him.
No, it's not a knock because he's one of my favorite players. But so with that being said, we won't be surprised if we go D tackle in the draft next year, regardless of what we do. We play him.
Marvin Wilson
from Florida State.
Pay attention to him.
And one more thing, I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm trying to get that last person in. I feel like whatchamacallit been holding back, or maybe it's just age catching up with him. But JPP, I feel like he ain't pushing it like he was doing pre-injury before the car accident, or maybe the age just catching up with him. I don't know.
He's on a 2-year deal, $$2 million deal. I think he's coasting. I think he's gonna kick it in the second half of the season.
He don't want to get injured right now. He's just saving it for the home stretch, maybe.
Yeah, that's what
I believe that. Okay. I believe that. He's a veteran. He knows the game.
He's a veteran. He knows. He can't. I mean, because we're getting sacks from all over the place, so he doesn't need to get to the quarterback every time. But it is a concern that the pass rush. Remember, after 7 games last season, Shaq Barrett had like 9-10 sacks. How many sacks does he have this year?
I think he had more than 10. Oh, at this point, he had 10.
Maybe 1 or 2 this year.
So is it safe to say at this point he ain't getting that big contract?
Do we resign Vontae?
We have to.
How much? He's 30. He's 31. So how much we give him?
2 years.
2 years max, like max whatever 2 year. That position.
He's 31. He can play till 33, 34. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, but exactly. I just don't think we're gonna tie in $15 million to Shaq Barrett.
I don't think we resign Shaq Barrett. That's what I'm thinking.
No,
if we do
unless he take a discount, but I don't see that.
If he does get resigned, it won't be over $10 million. I'll tell you that.
He's not. I mean, he's not going to get that big contract that he was expected to get after last year. And thankfully, we didn't do it because we see what's happening. They knew he was going to key up on him, so it was a smart move by the front office by not giving him a big contract. Because think about what we would have had now. I mean, Marpet had to get his contract adjusted just so we can get AB. So. Next year is going to be a different roster, man. It's going to be a real big roster, my God.
Get your fouls in right now. Get your fouls in now because next year the team is so different.
And I'm going to finish it up like this, then I'm going to get out of here. Since we all in, because I'm with you, Super Bowl or bust. When we get to the Super Bowl, not if, when we get there and win, I want to know is y'all going to be in Tampa with me because I ain't going in the game. But I'm gonna be there.
I'm gonna be in Tampa. We go.
Man,
when we go to Super Bowl.
I've been looking at price. I'm looking at prices now. They want $700 for the nosebleeds. So imagine what the Super Bowl is gonna look like.
Look, I can just be outside the stadium.
Exactly. Hey, we're gonna be outside. We're gonna be out there. We're gonna be out there.
I will coast somewhere else right outside Tampa. I don't live too far. I'll be posted up.
I'm right in Orlando. I'm 45 minutes. So
boss, I'm in Orlando too. My dude.
We gotta hear. I'm right over here on Kirkman. You should know where Kirkman is then. I'm right off of Kirkman.
Absolutely. I'm not far from there, my dude. I know exactly.
All right, we might be linked up then. Okay.
For sure.
I will be there.
We're there. We're in there. Okay, we in there.
So, anything else you want to say, man? Any Weezy?
Yeah, I want to say, look forward to the beatdown on the Giants on Monday. And I can't wait till that following Thursday or whenever we play the Saints because you heard your boy call out AB the other day when they said, what do you think about it? He's like, oh, he got to make it there. So AB, I was looking and following his Twitter. I'm glad he ain't responded to that because I'm sure he done heard it. Somebody done started
it.
So he's going to be ready to turn up on them Saints, and that's all I'm talking about. I'm going to let y'all boys go in here what everybody else got to say.
Well, we appreciate you, Andy Weezy Way, for coming in and giving your thoughts about the Bucs and the Raiders game and some of the players as well and some of your concerns. It's highly appreciated. Good talking points, man. Keep doing your thing. Keep supporting the channel, and salute to you, man.
All right, no problem. Good talking to you, man. We'll chop it up, bro.
All righty.
And, folks, we are at our last live chat, and I saved this one for last. I'm glad she came on last too. I gave it away, folks. Give it up for the ladies. Before I bring her on to finish up this live stream, I appreciate y'all coming on. I really do. So support the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share the videos. Y'all know what y'all do. And
Orlando.
Last but not least, she goes by the name of Maya. So give it up for the ladies. Warm welcome to the locker room. You know, it can't be all guys. There could be some women that come in the locker room too. But Maya's here.
Hey everybody.
Hey, girl.
What's going on?
Yeah. Just want to say I had to catch the last of it because I was finishing up an exam. So I'm like way.
There you go. Props to you.
Study. Don't let us hold you up. Do your thing.
For real. Get that education.
So I talked about this on a different Buccaneer channel Sunday night, but I don't know if they brought this up yet. But Sean Murphy Bunting, I don't know if he just is like regressing in his mind, but it's not looking too good for him. And
that topic came up, honey.
I said this before. I never got why he is the number 2 corner behind Carlton instead of Dean, because Dean is much more athletic. He's faster. He's bigger. He has longer arms. And Sean's more, like they said last year, he's more of like a slot. He's very good in the slot. And he's just, if you look back at it, like after the Denver game, he just hasn't been that good. So that's one of my concerns. I'm glad y'all brought up the defensive line because I looked it up earlier today. And Shaq Barrett, he's second in pressures behind Joey Bosa, but he just only has 3 sacks. He's not really showing up, and he talked all that in the offseason. He did little side comments about Jameis and everything like that, but you got nothing to show for it, brother. Like, I wasn't expecting you to get 19 and a half sacks.
Nah.
Because that's not going to happen.
Outliers.
But I expected more out of him.
Well, let me go back and touch on the Sean Murphy Bunting. It's been brought up, and what you brought up again, and it's a point that it's becoming a bigger talking point because it's noticeable on the tape. It's like, what has happened to Sean Murphy Bunting? That is the question now, because he's fallen in. He's not in the Vernon Hargreaves category yet, but he's going that route.
Oh, he's better than Hargreaves. Wait,
he's better than Hargreaves, but he's starting to kind of show signs where he's giving up too many catches, too far off the ball. I don't know if he's lost confidence, but talented wise, out of all the secondary, talent wise, Jamel Dean is the best one talent wise. Like from a pure talent standpoint, Jamel Dean is that dude. He can cover, he can run, he got length, he got speed, he got it all. He got all the tools to be the best top 5 cornerback. He just, for some strange reason, they keep playing this game with him about, we're going to put Murphy Bunting out there first, and then we'll bring Dean in certain packages. No, he needs to be starting, period. On the outside, move Murphy Bunting in to the slot, and that's what he plays at, period.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you have Henry Ruggs and all them fast people. Dean runs a 4.3. So instead of putting Sean on him and he has to hold him every play so he don't run past him, I'd be like, freak it. Just put Jamel Dean out there. Sorry, Sean. You just going to have to play the slot, get the little measly receiver, whatever. But another one is that I don't know why, but Mike Edwards needs to be over Jordan Whitehead. Jordan Whitehead is good against the run, but he has no ball skills. He's not that fast. And anytime Edwards come in there, he instantly make plays. He did it in the Denver game. He did it last week. He did it this past Sunday. Mm-hmm. But I did hear that they said, well, he just has to work on his tackling. But he seems fine to me. Like I don't know. I don't get it.
Travis, you want to touch on that, Travis?
Hey, we actually touched up on this earlier. I don't mind going touching up on it again. I definitely agree with that statement. I've said it since we drafted Whitehead that he is more of a tackling safety. He is not a coverage guy. He is not the ball hawking safety you would want him to be. Edwards has shown that he can cover and get those ball skills and turn the ball over, make plays back there. Same thing with Sean Murphy Bunting. He is not a good tackler. He is a rangy guy, but he's not fast. So nickel would be the best thing for him. The secondary, I believe, is where our weakness is on our defense because I think that they're still trying to find an identity of that secondary. Jamel Dean, Charlton Davis, the third would be the best, or Carlton Davis, the third would be the best 1-2 tandem. Whitehead is that guy that's all over the place. I still think they're trying to figure it out, but as fans, as observers, we are noticing what's good out there in secondary, but of course, we're not on the sideline to make that play. But I know that that's being observed. So I do believe as we get into the second half of the season, especially after this Giants game, we're going to make those adjustments as we play those tougher games against the Chiefs, the Rams, our division rivals. And Carlos Smith wants to know what your IG is or Twitter since we're talking about you right now. Let me do a shout out for Carlos.
My IG, I'll put it in the comments after this video because
Oh,
I can't.
snap.
I don't remember off the top of my
Got the
head.
plug.
Yeah,
Got
there
the
it
plug
is.
On the channel. You got
I
the
got-
plug
But,
on the channel.
But that's my answer on that.
Okay, but
Now,
what
I
I would go ahead.
I want to touch back on the Shaq Barrett situation because you brought that up too, which is a topic that I've been paying attention to. Shaq Barrett, he made some comments in the offseason. I was like,
Exactly.
okay.
Talk
like,
real bold.
Talk. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know you felt like that, but okay, we know how you feel. But on the field, fam, you can't be running your mouth, pointing your fingers and stuff, and you almost don't count. It ain't gonna work, fam. You ain't getting that $17 million, fam.
And then now it kind of makes sense why Denver didn't want to resign him. It kind of makes sense. Makes sense.
And the Bucs, shout out to Jason and Bruce and Todd Bowles getting together and not giving him that 4-year, $85 million, type deal, because we would have been screwed with that deal.
Oh my god.
We would have never made the signings we did. We'd have to cut, trade. It would have been trades involved. The Gronk, the Fournettes. It would have been. We probably wouldn't have signed Shady McCoy, and that would have been one we could have been fine with. But
we would have been, because
topic.
He would have got a lot of guaranteed money too, probably $60 million guaranteed.
And he threw what? 7 games, 3 sacks.
It's not good enough.
2 came against Denver, 1 against the Chargers.
Now, I always see if you go back and watch Shaq Barrett games last year, he showed up against weak tackles.
Giants game.
Weak O-lines. But in the big games, he had about 4 or 5, maybe 6 games that he had no tackles, no assists, no sacks. But nobody said nothing about that. Nobody said nothing.
He had about 5 games where he didn't show up on tape?
At all. Like literally. And I from a bird's eye view, I was like, nobody gonna talk about that. And then this offseason, he taking shots. I'm like,
I peeped it. But I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait and see. Because he, if you're gonna talk that talk, you gotta back it up.
Absolutely.
He definitely got to back it up, man. And
Carlos, I got you, boss. I got you, Carlos.
And the thing about Shaq is he looked overweight when he came into the season. He had that stomach, and I don't know if he was in football shape, but dude, this week 7 and almost doesn't count. The sacks are not coming from JPP. I mean, JPP has 4.5, 5.5 sacks, something like that, which is decent. But Shaq Barrett has been a disappointment, and it's been covered up because of the defensive play as a whole. So it's been covered up, and that's what happens when you have a unit. When all
mainly the linebackers, though.
Yeah. It looks good. It looks better to me when Levante and Devin White are on the edge as outside pass rushers.
Right.
So That says a lot. When linebackers look better than you, they're smaller.
Linebackers, corners, but it's that speed, and a lot of them are getting in untouched or just skating by. So it's definitely been an impact. And as I said earlier in this, I believe if we can do different stunning formations on our defensive line to trick the offense, there's a possibility we can get some sacks from our defensive front. But Todd Bowles likes to bring the blitz, so he's expecting sacks from those safeties and those DBs and those linebackers that come in real quick to give that extra body that's untouched to get pressure on the quarterback. And you've seen Devin White do it 3 times yesterday. Levante did it when Winfield Jr. got back there. So that's where those sacks are coming from.
Yeah, I'm actually excited about this revenge game because we don't have MJ Stewart getting outrun by Daniel Jones for a touchdown.
Oh my gosh, MJ Stewart was so bad.
I do not miss that, man.
MJ Stewart was so bad.
I don't miss that. I don't miss.
He was like MJ Stewart was like the Jacquizz Rodgers of the secondary.
Oh my gosh, I don't miss Vernon Hargraves like playing.
You see him in Houston, right?
Playing so far off the ball.
Wait, is he still in Houston? I thought he got released.
He
got waived.
Vernon Hargraves is starting in Houston. It ain't doing a damn thing.
You didn't see when he played against the Chiefs?
Horrible.
Oh my gosh.
He was a first round pick, top 12. Yikes. Wasted.
That draft overall was bad. That was Aguayo, Spence. Gosh. That draft was bad overall.
It was so bad.
This is why I look at Jason Light like.
And let me be a man of my actions. At that time, I was excited for Aguayo and Spence because I saw what they did. I was excited, but man, I was disappointed. So I'll own up to my mistake and excitedness at that time. But man, that was a terrible, terrible draft.
Now let's get back to this what you mentioned about the Giants with the Daniel Jones torched the Bucs secondary last year. These same players pretty much, right?
Oh my gosh.
He torched the secondary. He torched them so bad. Like he just put a flame to them and lit them up. And
like when they lost, I can't explain it, but it literally just like sucked the life out of me. Like
I was there. I was at the stadium.
Sucked the life out of me.
I think it was in the south end zone. I was
it was
winning kick.
It was the south end zone.
I was at the game and I'm sitting there. Okay, this game time. Game over. He kicked that ball, and I'm telling you, when that ball missed, the whole stadium was like,
except the Giant fans, because they took over.
They took over.
I had to I was about to cry.
Hey, and let me say this now that we're on live chat. For anybody that lives in Tampa, anybody season ticket holders, you cannot be selling tickets to these away fans. I don't care if you're about your bread.
Yeah,
what is wrong with y'all? Y'all need to show up.
I saw that. They gave some tickets to Green Bay fans. I was like,
and then look what happened.
And if I'm just saying, we got home games looking like away games, and I know it's because of COVID. People are trying to make bread. I get it. People are on hard times, but y'all got to show up for your home team, y'all. Just saying.
Give me the tickets.
For real, hit me up. You want?
I got some bread. Hey. I can buy the tickets and give them away to somebody on the chat. Like, fam, come on, man. You can't be giving tickets.
Pay it forward to the fans.
Let us know first. Don't be giving tickets to Giants fans, Green Bay fans, and Chiefs fans, and no
Saints fans. Come on, man.
Stop that. You're wrong for that. I saw that. I was so disappointed.
Man, when Big Nasty made an announcement like that, when Big Nasty say something, you gotta pass the word, bro.
Yeah, but Danny Dimes, we owe you. We owe you big time.
Turn that dude to pennies.
You gotta just hit him so hard. He don't even want to get up no more. He'd be like,
exactly.
Me, I need to get out the game. My bad.
Like Mike 82 said, Danny Dimes. That nickname came from that game.
They thought he was gonna be like the Eli Manning of the Giants after that game.
But see, you know what? That's when the defense. That's when our defense still had that identity of letting rookies shred us and tear us apart. And now that we've seen this guy on tape, we're gonna keep a spy on him because we know the dude can run, even though he may not score running 80 yards. As we saw a couple weeks ago. Somebody need to light him up and knock him out the stadium, dude.
Yes, I hope we blow them out. I hope we beat the
brakes off. Gosh.
I know the secondary circled this game. The defense, I know they circled this game. I know they was.
You know, Tom still got that hate in his heart because it's the Giants. He still got that hate in his heart. So.
I think we're gonna mash them bad. I think we're gonna beat them bad. Like Pretty
But
bad.
on the
And it's prime
positive
time.
the
Go ahead,
positive
sorry.
side, well, I really won't say it's positive, but Mike, I understand a lot of people have been saying that, he been playing on one leg or whatever like that. But to me, it's like, okay, if he's that hurt, why are you even letting him play at this point? Then it's like sometimes I would see that he would be open, and then Tom Brady with a clean pocket, he would just overthrow him like he did
Overthrow.
Gronk on the first play of the game. Then it's like they said, okay, we're going to bring in AB. Now, everybody knows AB's history is that when he don't get the ball, he don't get his way, he got an attitude problem. Okay? So then are you going to turn to Mike and say, yo, Mike, I know we haven't been giving you the ball, and I know you restructured your contract for this team like 82 times, even though you've been here for 5 years, but we just going to have to get AB the ball. I'm sorry, man. And then you just expect Mike to do what? Like, this man is so dedicated to this team. He has, like, the helmet logo tattooed on his chest. So
Yeah.
then, I can't really trust what BA say, because then he'll be like, well, it was another game where they doubled Mike. Stop lying. I watched the game. No, they wasn't. That dude was running. And then they be calling some crazy plays where they got Mike running like Michael Thomas for like 5 yards. Like, no, let him run down the freaking field.
Man,
Like, come on now.
the way we're talking about BA, man, BA is the biggest fuck boy in head coaching, bro. Just saying, man. Just saying, man. He'll tell you all this stuff under the sun, but the footage is right there, and you know he's lying.
I told people this, man. Like, and I don't have nothing personal against BA, but I can smell a BSer a mile away. He's a BSer. He can't fool me. He had some of y'all fool, but man, from last year, from the Arizona days, he can't fool me for nothing.
Nah, man.
The Peyton Barber situation, the Winston situation.
Man.
Oh yeah, straight lied about Peyton Barber. I'm like, why would you sit here? Like, but no one asked him to. Like, he literally said, well, in his press conference, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look back at every personal, film tape of every player, and then you gonna look at all that tape, and then gonna come out there and tell us that he's the number one running back. Really? That's why he went over there to Washington and does nothing.
He
Lies.
Retires again.
Lies.
He's a politician. He needs to be a politician when he retires from coaching again. Just saying, bro. Like, he's so good at that.
Like, you know what's so crazy? Some of the Bucs fans tried to justify, well, he says that to get a leg up on, to tell them that way, then he can go this way with it. Stop.
Psychology.
Stop making yourself believe that.
1 to 10 writing and documentation, it's not good for you, bro. It's not gonna look good once you got it in writing. Just saying.
I can point out so many things that, and it's so crazy. Some Bucs fans are just so everything Bruce said they can believe. They believe it. Well, he just said it because he was fooling. That way, teams don't get AB or teams. With Peyton Barber, he was trying to boost. Everybody knew Peyton Barber was boo boo. Everybody knew Ronald Jones was better. Really, Bruce? Really?
I could have told you that. I mean, like, this dude wasn't even really rushing for like 50 yards a game, barely.
Bruh, look, it was AB. He doesn't fit in the locker room, and we ain't got time for divas and all that. 8 months later, like the SpongeBob thing. 8 months later.
8 months later.
8 months later. Well, we thought about it, and I sat down with Jason Light, and I just thought that we could use AB.
But then he gonna turn around and say, "Well, Tom Brady had nothing to do with it. It has some." I'm like, how can you publicly call out this man and then tell people it was your call? That don't make no type of sense.
Bro, it's like him saying Brady knew what fourth down. He knew it was fourth down.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. I was just like, whatever.
It's weird. It's weird with Bruce. He's so funny. He's like he's like an old uncle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just be talking. And it's like, bruh, what are you doing? Like,
you do know us fans are like grown people, right?
We're
We're not 7 years old.
He said, "Well, Brady had nothing to do with it," and it's been documented, reported that Brady and AB get AB. Come on, hey Belichick, can you get AB on the team, please? Come on, fam! Like, who you fooling? Brady wanted AB, and you was like, "All right."
That's exactly it. Tom Brady was doing that in New England. He got his receivers. When Deion Branch left, went to Seattle, he brought him back. That was his main dude that won him those Super Bowls, Deion Branch. He likes his little receivers, man. He likes some little shifty ones. Randy Moss was something big, and then Mike Evans isn't just as good because he's hurt. He's not able to run the same.
And it's not a shot at Mike. Mike is a top 12, top 10 receiver, right? But that's not Brady's style. That's not. He's never what his. That's never what his. He had one season with Mike. Well, he had one season with Randy Moss, right? But that was a prime Brady, right? And Brady's still good. He's still a top level quarterback, but Evans never fitted his style of receiver. That's why I thought it was interesting. Like I thought
he's not as agile as Randy was.
You gotta be
Randy
quick.
was exactly.
That's one of the reasons I side-eyed the whole thing is because he came out and said, "Well, Mike Evans, he reminds me a lot of Randy, and I'm gonna get him, to blah blah." But you threw to Randy though. You threw to him. You're not. It's been like how many games? It's been like 2 to 3 games where Mike literally caught one ball.
That's insane.
But you know what though? Randy, I will say this, and I'm not wearing Mike Evans jerseys for nothing, but Randy was a much better catcher than Mike, and Randy got much better separation than Mike does.
That is
true. Like, those are two qualities that separate them, other than size.
And people always say the Bucs receivers get separation. I looked this up too. Dating back to last season, the Bucs receivers as a whole was like Evans was like 74th in separation. Godwin was like 52nd. The Bucs receivers are not separating receivers.
No.
So there was a lot of tight window throws.
Yeah, I mean, if you're asking them, hey, I want you to run 15 yards down the field versus maybe like 8-10 yards. I mean,
that's not Evans' game. That's not his game. That's not Godwin's game. That's not Evans' game. That's not Brake or Howell game. The offense was built to throw the ball down the field, so they had to make a 180 in the offense to complement Brady's strength between the hashes 0 to 12. They had to. It's more, but the offense is more efficient like that. Throwing the ball to the running backs more and the tight ends more. The offense is not the same as last year. It is totally not the same. It's not even close.
No.
And I tell people, it's not the same offense. It was no way that Bruce Arians was going to say, "Hey Brady, run the no risk it, no biscuit."
No.
But did
especially
you
with
peep
this
this
line.
though? Did you peep this though? Have you ever seen us throw another out route?
Did you peep that? What did I tell you? What did I tell you about those out routes? Even the media got a hold of it. Get rid of the out routes. When the last time you seen one?
When the last time you seen one? I mean, besides Aaron Rodgers, you mean? But
when the last time you seen option routes?
Man,
the receiver and the quarterback got to be on the same page. Let me see if they cover like this. That means he's going to run this way. No. That they threw that out the window. They was like, look, run this route. This is what you're going to be at. There was no option routes. The BA style was 1980s. Eric Coryell. It's old school, big play, Golden State, Houston Rockets type offense. It's outdated. It's outdated. It was an outdated offense, and he changed it. It's so obvious, and people don't see it because they're so caught up in the numbers. He changed the offense.
That. Like last year, it was like, okay, we're going to run on first down with Ronald Jones, and it's going to be up the middle. And then after he gets 3 to 4 yards, Jameis, I want you to throw an option right out to Justin Watson. And then every time he did that, we all know what happened. And I'm like, why do we keep doing that? Like, and we still run on first down, which I just don't understand.
Well, and speaking of that, the play calling, this is a good conversation. We're hitting a lot of points, but the play calling is still wishy-washy in certain situations. And I'm very curious as the season move forward in the second half. When the goings get tough, Saints game, Bears game, how does Bruce and Leftwich, what have they grown from the Saints and the Bears game? When the second half of the season comes, there's going to be some situations where it's going to get tight and what's the play call, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very curious. Like, is Brady going to check out of that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think what's going to happen is that they're not going to show their hand right now, especially against the Chiefs, because if we do make it to the playoffs, we know the Chiefs going to bring, some stuff. We got to have our stuff too. But also, and I'm gonna say this last thing because I don't want to hold you guys up. I've probably been on here for a long time, but Donovan Smith, he had it. What?
76.
You
Oh,
need
sorry.
we need an alarm when his name is mentioned, bro. We need an alarm to ring.
Right. I need to find one. I'm trying to find one.
The dude on the left side, number 76, good couple of games. Still don't want him. Still don't want him here next year because I can't go through that no more. Like, I'm so sick and tired of it. And I know some people, oh, he deserves his flowers. No, he don't. He been doing all this stuff for like the past 4 or 5 years, and I'm tired of it. Like, yeah, you had a good 2 games, counts in the playoff time. That's when
You know it's bad.
That's
You
when you
know it's bad when your offensive lineman gets an extension and your rival team retweets it saying we about to eat.
And he didn't
know
care.
it's bad.
He didn't care. And then it's like when this whole COVID thing happened, he did an interview. And in the interview, they was like, well, how do you go about training? And he was like, well, I had to get a home gym. I never had a home gym before. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, most top people that get paid money, that's what they do.
If not, go to the One Buck place.
Huh?
Ali Marpet. I was saying, if not, go to the One Buck place and work out.
But that's not the point. It just makes it seem like, so what do you do? Like,
yeah.
What do you do?
And you mentioned Ali Marpet, he got a home gym.
He has a home gym.
Yeah, you make that point, and you got a dude on the right side.
He's been there less than you.
Yep.
And that's why he got paid big money, and you didn't. Sort of.
Keep in mind, number 76 doesn't have any guarantee money next year, folks.
No, he doesn't. But if we cut him, we're saving about 13 mil.
Yes. Bye.
So look, I was like this. Let him walk. If he does go to a rival team, great. You will not be missed. We'll just send everyone else over there to your side. But to be honest, I don't really think he might even get a job next year because he's the most highly penalized left tackle.
$14.5 million they saved.
Exactly.
Okay. I knew it was around 13 at least.
Now, let me
give
give
up
you
3 sacks in a game.
Let me give you a scenario. Now, I've been saying this for a while. He take a big pay cut and go to the right side, right guard, right tackle. I think he'll be a better guard than a tackle. That's my personal opinion.
I see him as a better guard. Are you going to get rid of Kappa?
Because he's better than Cap. I think you put Donovan Smith at the guard, right guard. I'm sorry, number 76 at the right guard. I gotta make a dollar bucket or something for that. You know what I'm saying? But put 76 at the right guard. I think he'll be a top level right guard because he got girth. He's durable. But his footwork as a left tackle is just so bad.
Horrible. Oh my God.
So bad.
I will say that he's good at the run plays. He's good at run blocking, but those pass plays, it's just too.
It's too athletic for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have the speed. Like, anytime he goes against elite pass rushers or very aggressive like pass rushers, it just doesn't look good. That's why I say we drafted our future left tackle this year, Tristan. He's our future left tackle. He's going to the left. He's going there. There is no way. He's too athletic to be staying at the right tackle. Too athletic.
He played so much better than 76. And then in the summertime during the training camp, he was like, yeah, well, number 76, he's a great mentor. And I was like, don't say that, please.
Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not.
Do not
that dude
get advice from this man. Don't get no advice from this man, please.
No, and when I played ball, I was on the line, and somebody did point out a fact in the chat. You wish, being a playing line, it is an adjustment making right tackle to left tackle. That's a whole nother type of ball game. Your body's so used to kicking out one way, and adjusting's different, especially with how you move your hand movements and where you go. It is a process, but I believe Tristan being young, definitely coming in. He's probably played left tackle in his career sometime.
Oh, he did.
So
Iowa,
it's not like
he
he's
did.
brand new to him, you know.
And
So
him and
I can
Austin
see that work
Jackson,
happen.
they had bookends at Iowa. You know, Iowa produces good O linemen. And
Oh yeah, Big Ten in general.
Yeah, Tristan does have left tackle experience. He has the athleticism to play left tackle easily, transition. This is why Donovan Smith is more better in closed space. Guard.
That'll work. That'll
Right.
work. And I mean, could take some of his salary so we can keep some people, sign some others.
This team gonna look so different next year. Oh my god.
Yeah, and not in the best way.
No, it's not.
Not in the best way.
Situation. This is why it's Super Bowl. In closing, folks, we're gonna close this out, all three of us. This is why I've been telling y'all, pay attention to the cap, the contract situation. A lot of 1 or 2 year deals, a couple extensions need to be made, some decisions with Brait, Donovan, number 76, Brait, Jensen has no guaranteed money next year. Levante David need an extension, Godwin need an extension, Villa, Carlton Davis. Yikes. Ronald Jones is eligible.
It's gonna be a lot of
Howard
cuts,
option too.
pay cuts. What's that?
I said, they picked up OJ Howard's 5th-year option too.
Oh,
You got
You know what? Honestly, I believed he was going to get traded if he didn't get hurt.
really?
I believed he was going to get traded, him or Brait. I believe it's going to be him or Brait. It was one of them. And I mean, I like Brait better than OJ, especially last year. OJ really disappointed me. So I thought it was going to be him. But, that injury saved him with being on the team at least.
Yeah, I think one of them was going to get traded. You had a feeling. You just had it. But the injury, the Bucs giving OJ Howard another contract because they picked up his 5th-year option.
And it's so crazy because you see so much promise in him to me, and you could see kind of like where he could go next level, but it was just like his injuries throughout his career. Like he always had like an ankle issue. Then he was out for like the final like 6 games for 2 years. Then last year that wasn't his greatest year.
And they picked his option up. They picked his 5th-year option up, and it sucks that it got hurt. It sucks. It sucks, but I just don't see a contract, a brand new one for OJ in Tampa.
Yeah.
No, and that's honestly just the way the game is, y'all. It's just the game of football, and the business itself on top of that.
Oh, this is a good point right he just made. If OJ contract states something about injuries, we might be safe from his contract.
That's true.
But I just don't see. It's an unfortunate injury because I think OJ was going to be okay this year, but he's not going to get a big contract. He was a 1st-round pick, and overall, from the time he got to the team, he looked it better his first 2 years than his last 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not how it's supposed to go in the NFL. You're supposed to get better each year.
And unfortunately, you OJ Howard fans, I'm talking to you. I just don't see the Bucs putting $6-7 million into OJ Howard.
Let alone a tight end that may not be utilized in the scheme.
They said his injury, that's kind of hard to come back from because of
the
healing process and everything like that. So
you can't move the same.
Brait and OJ Howard, I think they both won't be back next year.
I see you getting some trade with Brait though. I see him being worthy of a trade and maybe get something for him. OJ's injuries may haunt him.
It sucks, man. I mean, you got Tanner Hudson. I like him, man.
He's a good blocking tight end.
I like Tanner, man. I like Tanner. Free Tanner Hudson.
I was gonna say what happened to Anthony Claire, but they said he's
been hurt. He's been hurt. Like he's a good blocking tight end. So Gronkowski's on a 1-year deal. Like this is gonna look different next year, folks. This is why this year I'm gonna reiterate: Super Bowl to bust.
Exactly. I mean, it can't get no easier. The Super Bowl is in Tampa. That's like 30 minutes from where I live. I told my family though. I said, listen, I'm not gonna pay to go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be smart, and I'm gonna just sign up to work the event, and then I'm just gonna sit in the seats. I'm not gonna really, do my job, but
you're gonna be in the stadium right on the field when they run by you.
I'm gonna work the event, so I'll get paid to just watch, the Super Bowl, and then collect my paycheck and go home.
Well, to summarize this whole the last conversation tonight, and I kind of wanted to kind of end it like this, a long conversation to kind of wrap the whole team situation up. Because we hit a lot of points. Shouts out to everybody that spoke on the Bucs victory yesterday and spoke on things that they've been watching about the Bucs as far as individual players, coaches, assistant coaches, things to look forward to. Every Monday is locker room talking. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? We get together as a community, as a Bucs community, Bandits, Pirates, everybody, and we just talk Buck talk, you know, and then we just want to kind of like clear our minds for the dub and look forward to the next week. And this is what we do on Mondays. And I like to bring people on and give people a platform to voice their facts or their feelings about the team. And I enjoy listening to a lot of you Bandits and Pirates and what y'all speak on these teams. And for some of you that wanted to get in during the chat and you didn't get a chance, you got to get on, man. You got to wait sometimes, you know, because it be some good topics there. I know it kind of bleeds over sometimes, and it's always the last topic or the last person that comes on and get to close it out. So, Maya, anything else you want to say in closing to the locker room?
Well, I know somebody asked this earlier. They asked for my Instagram. It's lowercase JMIYAH 98. Okay.
Carlos, you listening?
Yeah. But no, man, I'm happy about the team win. I'm happy to see that, you know, we're staying in first place. The Aints in second place, so they can stop all that trash talking. And I'm looking forward to week 9. So
Week 9, y'all.
Travis, you got anything you want to close out?
Yeah. I want to close up by saying I want to thank everybody for tuning in, everybody being patient with me and what's going on. I'm going to keep doing this with Isaiah so we can do this as a team. You see the videos posted. Keep supporting this channel, y'all. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. If you're on Facebook and on the Facebook conversation, that's where it gets real nitty gritty. It gets real nitty gritty on that Facebook page, y'all. So make sure y'all look for us on Facebook, the Twitter. Keep tuning in, share this video, share them to your friends that are on the rival teams that lose so they know about us and they tune in and let this channel grow, y'all. You know, we've come a long way. Just hit 3,000 subscribers and we all gonna be watching Monday for that revenge game. And then right after that, week 9 prime time again at the Bay.
Oh, can't wait for that one. Man. Well, folks, I appreciate y'all joining. I appreciate all the Bandits and I appreciate all the support. We appreciate all the support to this channel. Whether it's showing love, liking the video, super chats, it doesn't matter. Your energy keeps this channel going. We talk about the Bucs. We want the Bucs to win. Just like the Lightning, just like the Rays. The Bucs got to close the deal. That's right. The Rays are going to win the World Series. They're going to come back and beat the Dodgers. I got faith in them. But I had a great time with everybody. Appreciate y'all coming on. Like I said before, like Travis said, subscribe to the channel. Keep supporting the channel. We are over 3,000 subs now, which is a good thing, great thing. The next goal is 4,000. And I'm going to say this. Remember what I told y'all when I said we hit 3,000, I'm going to do another giveaway. This giveaway will be a $50 NFLshop.com gift card. So I'll put the information out as far as how you to enter and all that stuff, like emails and all that. So, but it's very simple. Just send me your email. Let me know, and I'll do the live picking during the live stream on Sunday. I will pick the winner of the NFLshop.com gift card. $50. Me to you. $50. Here you go. Go on NFLshop.com and get what you want.
And hey, if you get this to 4,000 subscribers, we'll pay for a date with you and Maya.
Oh, Lord.
And if we get to 4,000 subs, I'll do a little something bigger.
Look, 21 to 25 is the age range, okay? Nobody
got you.
All right.
That's a
I
plug.
hope y'all hear that.
That's a
Hope y'all
plug.
hear that.
That's a plug. She's trying to help
Thank
you.
you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Salute to you, Maya. Keep doing your thing, man. We wanted
Thanks
to
for
bring a
checking
lady on to close it out for the first time. You close it out for the first time, a lady. The first lady of the Bucs locker. So that's a big thing. So we got to do something with that. Travis, we got to figure something out with that. First lady of the Bucs locker.
For sure.
But she's representing the ladies, and maybe she'll bring more on. But with that being said, subscribe, like, comment, share, all the videos. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. With that being said, to all my pirates, to all the Sea Bandits, to everybody in the Bucs community, I want y'all to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. We got to risk to get the biscuit. No excuses. Ain't no chill. And y'all know the last slogan, hashtag Super Bowl of Bucs. We out. Deuces.
Peace.
Be safe, everybody.